Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Kenyon. We just got a package in the mail today. There it is, that's what it looks like. You guys are gonna see what it is in a minute. And I'm excited because this is gonna be my first unboxing video. Okay, so this machine costs $145 and then there's an upgraded version that costs $200 that comes with an extra station. But when you're first getting started, you really don't need that extra station. So I really recommend you guys just get the cheaper one. That's 145 bucks. It's a much better investment than a pair of shoes, I'll tell you straight up. And if you get good at it, you might be able to buy all the shoes you could ever imagine. And in that box is basically a mini version of my printing press. This one costs way less, it can fit on your table, and most importantly, it's a really good way to make an extra buck at home. And just so you guys know, silk screen t-shirts last a lot longer than the ones that were cut out by vinyl cutters. In this industry, it's all about quality, so I really recommend you just go with the silk screening. Everybody's always gonna need shirts. This industry is going nowhere, and that's always a good industry to start in. It's not really hard work, but it is labor intensive because you have to print each shirt. Takes a little bit of time to learn. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but once you know the curve, all it is repetition, and this could be a really good sustainable business. So we are gonna go ahead and get this thing built. I'm gonna show you guys how to build it start to finish, and at the end of this video, we're gonna have some brand new fresh shirts made on this press. Let's go. Alright guys, so hopefully you can hear me. The mic isn't that good on this camera, so I'm gonna go ahead and scream. But here's the box. I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting this open. And this thing shipped in really quickly. I think it only took about 2 days to make it to my house. Alright, so we got one pallet right here. We got the second pallet right here. We got all the nuts and bolts. And we have the main center thing that rotates like this. Alright guys, so here's what the press looks like with everything out of the box. And it doesn't look like it's too hard to set up, so we're gonna go ahead and get straight into this. Hopefully it doesn't take over an hour. I don't think it will though. Oh, and in the bag it comes with some other tools, so I guess we didn't need this tool set over here. Of course the instructions are garbage. First thing we're gonna do is put these metal pieces onto the back of the pallets, and these are the only screws you could possibly do that with, so that's how I know we need to use these. And there should be 12 of them. I'm gonna try not to over-explain each part, but I'm gonna try and explain it enough to the point where whoever's watching this could easily just put one together. All right, so it turns out we're gonna need a Phillips head screwdriver for this part. That didn't come in the kit, so I thought I'd tell you guys that. And all we have to do is flip these things over. There's gonna be 6 holes right here, and you just line this thing up to them and screw them in. And that's it for, ow, I just hit myself in the face. But that's it for the pallet, and we're gonna go ahead and get this out the way. All right, everyone, so there's 2 different bags of screws. I'm guessing it's really important we don't mix these. This one has 3 different sizes in it, and this one has 2 different sizes in it. And then this one's got little loop things in it. So we're gonna start off with the bag that has the little wrench inside of it. What do we do with the 4 nuts? I'm so lost. These instructions are crap. All right, we're good. We're good. We figured it out. All right, so next up, we're gonna grab 2 of these small screws and then 2 of these nuts, and we're gonna go ahead and take this arm piece and get this thing attached. And I guess we're gonna go ahead and bust open this tool that they gave us, and we'll use the wrench to hold it on the other side. Oh, no, that's not gonna work. And we're good to go. And since I have the 2-station press, I'm gonna go ahead and screw this other side in really quick. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And it's looking like the last of the shorter screws get screwed into the pallet right here. But when you put these in, you just want to put them in enough so they hold. You don't want to tighten them. And that's what it looks like all finished up. All right, so next up, we're gonna bust open the second bag of screws. We're gonna sort everything out because that seems to be the easiest thing to do. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and get these arms bolted on. We got 4 arms right there. And if you guys can see, there's a little spinny plate right here. We have 4 screws already screwed in from the manufacturer. And for each screw, one of these is gonna go directly in front of it like that. And you really can't mess this part up because it won't fit on any other way. And to screw these in, we're gonna go ahead and use the little black screws with the little washers. Or not washers, the nuts. There's big nuts, there's little nuts. Use the little nuts. So we got these in hand tight, and to tighten them up all the way, we're gonna use the Allen wrench that comes in the kit. And we're gonna go ahead and test this out, make sure it goes up and down like this. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the other 3 on, and I'll catch you guys in a sec. Alright, so really quickly, I just ran into a problem. You want to put all the 4 screws in the holes before you start tightening any of them, because if not, one of the screws won't line up to the hole. Alright, that's all. Dang it, I messed up. There's a little metal part that sticks up like this. You want this to stick down, not up. So I gotta unscrew this one and screw it back on, like all the rest of these. Alright, so we got that fixed. We're really close to being done. The next step we're gonna go ahead and get done is put these brackets on. And you wanna make sure these bolt holes are at the top. So we're gonna take one of our small nuts right here and screw them through there into there. And the inside of that little thing is a nut. Make sure you use this thing, it'll go by really quick. And we're gonna try and line this thing up in the middle, right about there. Alright, we got that done. Alright, so the next step is to put these 12 ring bolts on. And these are going to be for holding the springs in place. Basically, for every arm, we're going to put 2 in. 1 on each side, one's going to go right there. And then the other one's going to go on the other side right there. And then for the 4 remaining holes in the middle, we're going to put 1 in each hole. And we tighten these on using the rest of the black screws. We're going to go ahead and knock this out real quick, because I'm getting pretty tired. The screws go on the inner side, like that. And then the rings go on the back, like that. Alright, so I recommend you guys get a pair of pliers when you're putting one of these together, because there are a few bolts that are like really hard to screw in, and I don't think I could do it without pliers. Damn it, China. Alright, so all that's complete, and now we're going to bust out the bag that looks like this. And we're going to take these and screw them into the top, like that. Alright, and then there's going to be another little bag that looks like this. We're going to take one of these little metal pieces and the screw. We're going to put the screw in on this side, just like that. And then we're going to screw it into the part we just screwed on. And we got to get the Phillips head screwdriver to do that. Okay, so that part's finished. Really quickly, we're just gonna take this piece right here and we're gonna go ahead and put it into these 2 holes right here. And you wanna make sure that it's facing this way. And then we're gonna screw that in using the 2 remaining long bolts and then the 2 nuts right here. And then we're also going to tighten up these 2, what are they called? Tighten up the 2 bearings too while we're here. Test it out really quick, make sure it works. And you want that little metal piece under there to fall right in between the bearings. Since I kind of missed, I'm going to have to unscrew this and then screw it up a little bit. But I'm not going to bore you guys, I'm going to get that done. And then I'm also going to put my other one on for this side and then I'll get back to you guys. Guys, we're so close to being done right now. We're going to take one of these bolts with the little cushion on top. And there's going to be a hole right, let me lift this up really quick. Right there, right behind that little piece we just put in. And this is gonna screw straight into there. Whoa, that hurt. Put the other side on. All right, so there's 14 nuts left and then 6 screws. You're gonna take 8 of the screws and then screw them onto the back of these things right here. And then finally, those remaining screws are going to be to mount your press onto whatever table you're going to put it on. Or you can just leave it like this. I'm not going to mount this. Might be a little easier to work with though if it's mounted. The last and final step is to put the springs on. I'll show you guys how. Oh man, I forgot to get the thumbnail. Alright, so the easiest way to do this is to make this piece as long as possible. And if you hold both sides and then screw it to the left or right, it just depends on which way you're holding it. It'll get longer and longer. There we go, that's the max length. Then we're gonna take a spring and then loop the closed off end into the spring like that. And then attach the spring to the top right here. And then use your weight to push the spring onto the hook. Just like that. Okay, so if you're having a hard time putting the springs on, if you turn this sideways like this, facing that way, then it'll be much easier to put the springs on. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this. And now that we got those on, we're just gonna tighten each one of these to make sure it holds this piece upright. And last but not least, we just gotta attach the pallet and then screw it in.
Champion.
Alright guys, so we finally did it. This thing's finally done. And now you have your very own screen printing press that can make you thousands of t-shirts, make you thousands of dollars. Oh, I need to switch out my battery. Hold on, it's about to die. So you can make a lot of money off of it, a lot more than the $145 you paid for it. The first goal is to practice printing t-shirts. You have to get really good at this. You have to make your shirts really high quality. I'm gonna do a complete tutorial, like every single step, because of course there's a lot more steps than just building the press. So stay tuned for that video. It's not gonna be my next one, but it'll come out soon. Right now we're gonna go ahead and try and test it out and print a few shirts. We got this box of blank shirts right here. We'll use a red one first, and we'll go ahead and use this screen. We're just gonna attach the screen right here and tighten it up. We're gonna throw some spray adhesive on, and we're gonna go ahead and put the shirt on. Throw some ink on, get the squeegee. And here's what we got. And instead of using the flash dryer to clear the ink, I used to use a heat gun because the flash dryer was a lot more expensive. So we're gonna go ahead and use this to clear this ink. All right, cool. So this shirt is completely done. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this shirt's actually not centered. It's actually a little bit over this way too much. And that's only because I didn't take the time to line it up properly because I have this press. So I found the two best ways to make money with this press is to either start your own clothing brand or make custom t-shirts for people. And I've definitely had the most success in making custom t-shirts for people because every sports team, every school, every college, every church, everybody always needs custom t-shirts made. So I'm gonna do a step-by-step tutorial on screen printing like I said, but that's gonna take me some time. So if you're in a rush, I really recommend you guys just search on YouTube tutorials on how to do it because there's a ton of really good people and they're willing to show you how to do it. This is such an easy little home business you could get started for yourself. It just started raining and rain's seeping through my garage, so I'm getting soaked. All right, so I'm not gonna make this video any longer because I feel like it's long enough, but this is the first video, probably like 2 or 3 on screen printing. I'm gonna post the exact link for this press down in the description, so go check it out. My name's Kenyon. I hope this video helped you guys out, and I will catch you guys on the next video.